wrecking.
Yes.
We are good. In that case, we are gonna say good morning from Marbella.
Good morning.
Today, we are gonna do a different kind of video. Usually, you know, we do our regular daily videos and we do Q&As and stuff, but I wanna have a let's talk video because I really enjoy talking to the camera about what I'm thinking, what we're doing, and like all this sort of stuff. So, and I think it's good to mix things up. Like you see us running around with golf cars and all this stuff, but that means that we don't have enough time to talk about what we think and like ideas and inspire you guys. So today, we're running a let's talk video and we are gonna wait and see because the weather is kind of like, we're supposed to go with Richard's boat to Ibiza, but it's really windy every single day, so that makes it difficult to know when we can leave because we don't want to break Richard's boat on the way there. So while we wait for weather, we are gonna talk and we're gonna get smart and hopefully, you know, you guys get some ideas. So I have 4 points on my mind today. First one was an introduction to say what we're doing, where we're going, and what's happening. The second one was that I think we should talk about when we're publishing these videos because we used to do every single day for 365 days. Then we went over to 4 times a week, but it was kind of hard for people to know when they're coming out. So now we are on a 100% every other day schedule. So it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and so on. So it's almost the same amount of videos like we did the last couple months, but it's a more a consistency. Yeah. So now every other day until we die. But I wanted to bring that up. That was my second point. My third point is that I want to talk about the craziness that YouTube has brought to, yeah, I mean, both me and Benny, like we did videos and, you know, it was like cool. Like someone said, oh, I love the videos. And you're like, oh, that's so sick. And then we've grown to over, how many subs do we have now? Almost 8?
7, yeah, almost 800,000.
800, oh, yeah. Well, subscribe so we can get 800.
We're like, I think 15,000 away.
15,000 away. Let's have 15,000 people subscribe so we can reach 800. Then we'll celebrate. No, but it's like, it's really, I've done a lot of different things in my life and I would say that YouTube is the one thing that has changed my life the most. Like I was a skier and I was always kind of like, what happens if I break my leg the day I quit skiing? And I was always a bit insecure about the future. So I always tried to start events, start companies, blogging, Instagram and all this stuff. And it was all good. But when we started YouTubing, it was, you know, it wasn't a future that I had planned. I was like, yeah, videos, that's good for the people that I work with and you know, sponsors and stuff. And within a year, it got so big thanks to you guys that I kind of like feel like I went from like, here's my life, like all of a sudden I was a person or a personality that was a YouTuber and a vlogger, which I never expected a year and a half ago. So it really changed everything, I would say, almost the most, and the opportunities I get now are far greater, way cooler than anything I've ever had. So YouTube really, yeah, I would say it's one thing that changed my life the most. And for 90%, I would say that it's all positive. It's like so sick to meet all you guys and hear the feedback. Like I'm walking to get groceries and I have people from Holland and Norway and Sweden like, hey, can I grab a photo? Like, oh, we loved yesterday's video. And I'm like, you look at the analytics of YouTube and you see, all right, we had 600,000 people watching the last couple days, but I think we just see a number. Yeah. Like we don't see 600,000 people. Because I know if you run an event, 6,000 people, that's a lot of people watching the event. But then 600,000, it's like a whole different story. So it's like really sick to hear all the feedback from you guys. And we love it when you guys come up to us when we're out running around and it's like, it makes it real. It makes, sometimes, you know, it feels like we're making a video and you see a number, but it's like, oh God, I wonder if anyone's watching this. Like, is it worth the work? And it's like, if you would do a video and then add these 60,000 people that see the video the first hour in front of you on a golf course, it would be like,
scary.
Maybe then we wouldn't show everything, because if you show everything, then like, God, like I'm really showing my life to a lot of people without any sort of filter of reality. And that's like, you know, like I've lived with blogs and Instagrams and all this so long that I don't feel that I need to hide anything. I think that like, I like just being honest, and that's why I like these videos, because it's like just talking and it's more feelings and it's less about what we do that specific day. So like I like talking because I have so many ideas up in my head that it's just fun to share. But there's also those 10% of things that maybe end up on the bad side when it comes to YouTube. We took away a huge chunk of the negative part with YouTube when we went from daily vlogging to every other day, because having more time really changed my life. Like, I went from like almost feeling like I would die for 2 months straight trying to make them every day, because it is so much work. I mean, I've started companies, I've run events. I mean, the event in Aura, I ran a ski event in Aura, for those of you who don't know. We had 150 people working within the fences of the arena with TV productions, live productions, starters, speakers, web speakers, judges, all this. And we had 10,000 people watching. You had helicopters, you had 50 riders that I was supposed to take care of at the nightclub, make sure they got the proper drinks. Oh, that table, they like beer instead of like shots. And like, you know, it's a lot of work, but it's nothing compared to making a daily vlog for a year. The amount of work that we put in, I mean, especially Benny being like, it's like we're constantly thinking, and then when Benny's editing, I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to work. So it's like, we're here creating, and then like you're editing,
yes,
and I'm trying to make my life like continue.
So we keep on going.
Yeah, it's like full, like even every other day, it's like full speed. So every other day it's like running an event that has full speed for a week straight.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard to understand, but a lot of people ask me, what's the most amount of work with YouTube? What would you say, Benny?
I say it's just the thinking part.
The thinking,
yeah.
Exactly.
You're always constantly thinking.
It's like when we're filming, that's easy. Editing, it's fun, but it takes a lot of time.
But it's easy.
But yeah. I'm not what you're doing,
no,
but
no,
like...
But I mean, you don't have to think a lot, but thinking in advance.
Trying to plan.
Yes.
To like, every single day we're filming, we're like, all right, how do we start tomorrow? We want to start it in a unique way, something different, and like, what angle have when we shot of a time lapse in the morning of the house? And then you're trying to think, how do I film this to connect it with that? And if this happens, how does that connect? It's like a constant, it's like walking around with a blown knee.
Yeah.
You will think about it 100% of the day, the whole day.
Yes.
So it's way more work than it is. But having gone from every day to every other day makes it fun again, because you enjoy it. It's like you get that little bit of a break in between the vlogs that makes it super fun. So that's been fantastic. So I would say like the only negative parts we have at the moment is yesterday, for example. Like now, every 2 or 3 days, we have a drone circling above our house.
Yes, from someone else.
Exactly. We're not filming because one, we know that Spain drone rules are not nice, and if you fly over houses in Spain, it can they have up to 300,000 euros in fine if you fly in the wrong place. If you are thinking about flying around filming our house, first think about the 300,000 euros that you could be facing. Second of all, we show everything we do on the vlog. So when we're not filming, I would really appreciate if people don't fly drones around our house, so we could have a little bit of privacy. Like, hold on, let's remove the glasses. It's really bright out, but that would be the one thing that I ask from you guys, that when we are at home, I don't mind privacy, like I don't care, but it's like when you're at home, it's nice to not have a drone above the pool when we are just spending time as us. And also, we have considered moving here in Spain because we have people outside the gate every single day. And it's like, let's say you go to a massage and you come home and you're like oily and sweaty and you're super tired. You want to come home to a place that you feel is a bit private. And if I meet any one of you guys, I never want to be the arrogant person. I always want to take the time to talk to everyone, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't do what we do, and we wouldn't get the motivation to film. The two things I would love to ask for people to respect a bit more is to not fly drones around our house and not wait outside the gate. If you see us at a supermarket or anything like that, come say hey, like hello, like we're out and about. Like if we want to be alone, we should stay at home. But if we're out and about, we're YouTubers, you guys should come and say hi.
Of course.
But if we're at home, that would be super nice to have a little bit more privacy, because we like Casa Camo, but we have considered moving to a gated community just to have a bit more privacy. And also, if we're at a restaurant, feel free to ask for a picture when we're leaving. But if I'm in the middle of a greasy burger, you know, of course you don't want to take a photo for social media when you're dressing in your whole face. So a little bit of just thinking about the fact that we are always filming everything we do, and all we ask for is a little bit of privacy at home and not taking a picture with dressing in our face. That would be greatly appreciated. But that was, let's move on to more positive things, because what we like to do on this channel is to inspire people. And I would say the one question we get the most is, how do you reach success in life, in business, and all this? I can't say that I know exactly what success is. So success can be happiness, peace of mind, you know, financial stability. Well, success is a very undefined goal. But today I think we can talk about success when it comes to creating a company, or say a YouTube channel, or a sports career, because I think that's easier to measure. And of course, all different things are different. But yeah, we were talking, me and Benny were talking yesterday about the power of the mind. Yes. Because it's like, the power your mind has is like out of this world. And if you can learn how to control that a bit more, then the things you can achieve are like 100 times whatever you can just like do. We were saying yesterday, like, if you are tired, you're like, God, I feel terrible, I'm tired, and like, all you want to do is lay on the couch and watch TV. But then if you go outside and work out and like get active, you eat something healthy, then you know, once you're done with that, you feel great. Yes. But then the next day, it's still hard to convince your mind that it's like, all right, so the solution to being tired and feel unproductive is to do the opposite. Because once you start doing it, it's easy to do it. And I think that is sort of the key thing, to realize what is the solution to, you know, the thing you're trying to create. So if you're tired, you know that working out is good, but you just have to like keep reminding your brain that that is the solution to it. And the same for me, like, I know that the worst thing I know in the world is to feel unproductive and feel that I'm not reaching my full potential. So then I know that if I am drinking, going to a nightclub, I'm gonna wake up hungover and I'm not gonna get work done. So then I made the choice. I would rather not be at a nightclub and party, because I value feeling productive way more. So that means that, I mean, you guys see like palm trees and like oceans and stuff on this vlog, but the reason we can show that is because every single day of the entire summer, my goal is to get up at 6 and work for at least 3 to 4 hours on my computer. You know, now we're talking 3 to 4 hours, like working like aggressively, and not like walking 30 minutes to work, you know, saying hi to your colleagues for 30 minutes, working 30 minutes, and then social media 30 minutes. We're talking like working. And I think that since I realized that if I don't drink, I can work more, it means that I feel more productive, and then I generally feel better in life. So I think, like, I mean, we could talk about this for hours and hours and hours, but I think like the bottom line of reaching success in whatever you're trying to do is to understand, what is it you want to do? What are the things that are holding you back to get there? And how can you eliminate them? And do you think it's worth to eliminate them? Because if you want to go somewhere and you're like, God, I wish I was doing what that person is doing, whoever you're looking up to probably sacrificed a few things to get where they are. Because you can't have it all. You can't go to a nightclub, watch TV every day, and, you know, become a Henrik and create a ton of companies and just crush it business-wise. Like, you only have 24 hours in a day and a certain amount of energy, so you gotta like kind of choose what you want to focus on. So I think that will be today's main advice when it comes to things, like really sit down and think, what is it that I want to do? What are the things I do that are valuable, and what is bad for you know, stopping me to get there? Because a lot of people, they want to get places, but they don't want to do what it takes to get there. Remember, there is no elevator to success. You just have to take the stairs. Yes. And your brain is here to help you. Exactly. So feel free to hit us up with comments on this, and we'll try to answer even more comments on this, because I think it's such an interesting subject. But I could make this video 45 minutes and you'd spend your whole day watching, this video is okay to watch on YouTube, but you shouldn't spend too much time on social media, because that is things that will eat up time that prohibits you to get to where you want to go. So watch our channel, but nothing else, and then you're all good. But yeah, now it's time for us to start looking at weather maps again and see when we are off. But I hope, seriously hope, that our next video will start with a boat. Boats and drones and jet surfs and jet skis and like turquoise water and all this stuff. Oh yes. But if it's one thing I've learned in my years, it's to know that weather is something you cannot control. So when weather is crap, you're just like, okay, weather is crap. Let's not be bummed out about it. Let's realize that and like, okay, let's do something else. And remember, always stay positive, because if you're positive, life is better. So with that, I think we'll end this. I think this became a lot longer than I expected, but I like these videos. So I hope you guys like them. I'm sure we'll have those comments like, oh, I hate the like Q&As, you do them like all the time. And you look back, and I was gonna look, like last night I was gonna look when the last time we did like a just Q&A. So whoever you are that's gonna comment that negative comment, don't do it. Because it's good to talk. That way you get to know us and you get some inspiration, and you don't have to see camo golf course all day.
Of course.
But now we're dragging the ending as usual, as we do on this vlog. So we're gonna say, we'll see you soon. Ciao, hasta mañana. And then my Spanish is sucking.
Buenas
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Ciao.
Ciao.